What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Sonic Frontiers. It's been a game sorely lacking coverage from me on this channel, and I'm going to fix that right now. But I want to talk, and maybe this is a little controversial, I want to talk about why I'm still on the fence on this game just a few days before, obviously, it comes out. So let's kind of go through my situation. Let's go through the reviews that aren't out, the early impressions that people have talked about with this game, because this is a fascinating game. So I'm not a gigantic Sonic fan. I have played my fair share of Sonic games. I've actually enjoyed some of the games that people would probably consider not good. I would never consider myself a diehard, but I wouldn't consider myself not a general fan of Sonic. I love the movies. The newest movies are very, very good as well. So I look forward to Sonic games that come out, and this game obviously had that feel, and it really is following this wave of, kind of revitalizing franchises, right? This is the Sonic game to bring Sonic back. This is the one to break the streak of the mediocre Metacritic scores and all this kind of stuff, right? Like, this is the one to push it into a new era. And sadly for me, I still haven't been blown away by this game yet. And here's the thing, games don't always need to blow me away, right? Oftentimes I'll look at a game and maybe one aspect of it will really stick out versus another. The whole thing doesn't need to be absolutely incredible. But here's the thing, and this is where the rest of the situation kind of comes in. Sonic is in an unfortunate spot for me personally. There's a lot of games that have come out between October and December. Sonic releases the day before God of War. The game really needs to do more for me than not for me in order for me to get it. Does that make any sense? It does need to stand out versus maybe other games, depending on when they release or what the game is, or the price, right? That obviously affects it. Buying two games in back-to-back days, I don't think everybody on the planet can do it. I'm sure there's some, and I actually could, I'm sure, but would I want to? And that's kind of the situation we're in with Sonic. So from the beginning, when they've shown off Sonic Frontiers, I've never been blown away by it. There's some aspects of it that definitely look awesome, and there's some aspects, like the open world in particular, if you want an example from me, that I'm not really, impressed with at all. Now, the interesting thing is, while the game has never looked spectacular to me, number one, I'm just one person. Other people have thought the opposite. But number two, it does seem, and this has been very consistent since the beginning, when people actually get to play this game for extended periods of time, the overall impression is that it's pretty good. I don't think I've seen people say, like, it's the greatest thing on planet Earth. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be. But when people are able to actually sit down and play, when you're not watching a 6 to 8 minute trailer gameplay presentation on YouTube, the game seems to work. Now, the issue is, for me, I need to see more. I need to see that stuff that people say works for them. And the issue is where we're sitting right now. Now, I'm recording this on November 3rd. Doesn't really matter when you guys see it, because the reviews for this game don't go up until the day before the game comes out. Now, here's the deal. Couple things to say with that, because I don't want people to spin my words out of control. Number one, a game's review releasing a day before is not immediately a death sentence. We actually had two examples, one of each kind, just this past week with games, or 2 weeks ago, however you want to think of it. Gotham Knights and A Plague Tale Requiem. Gotham Knights is that classic example of, oh, they hold off on reviews till the day before because the reviews aren't good. They're trying to hide them. That was Gotham Knights'. Whether you agree with the review, don't agree, doesn't matter. Just talking about the situation. That's that example. Plague Tale Requiem is the opposite example. That game's review went up a day before it came out, and that game is, and I can tell you from personal experience, as well as Gotham Knights, but specifically for Plague Tale, that game is phenomenal. So just because the review releases a day before doesn't immediately mean the game's in trouble. Also, review scores to me, personally, Alex, doesn't matter. The issue is, as I said a couple minutes ago, what I want is just extended footage. So while I'm not looking for this game to get like an 85 on Metacritic, there is no number in my head. I can tell you that right now. There's no number in my head that if Sonic gets that number on Metacritic, I'm saying, oh, okay, I'm going to buy the game now because I got an 84 and I was expecting a 76. Those numbers don't exist. What I kind of want is to see the general feedback. If the game gets a 4, 5, like low 6s, does that say anything? If the game gets high 8s, does that say anything? Also, again, more important than all of that, you just see more of it. We can see a lot of gameplay. You can hear people talk about it. You don't even have to watch. You can just hear people talk about it. So to me, that's what I'm waiting for. And the issue is, well, two different parts of it. Number one, game releases a day before God of War. For my personal preference, when Ragnarok releases, all other games become non-existent. They're not there anymore. I'm only playing and focusing on Ragnarok. I've been consistent with that thought, that approach for quite a while. Another thing is the reviews would go up a day before Sonic, so I'd have one day to look at what everybody's saying, watch some raw footage, let's see how this game functions, and then Sonic comes out, and then I play it for one day, and then I put it down for a week or so until God of War is gone. So here's where I'm at. I am on the fence. I don't hate how this game looks. I don't love how this game looks. I would say right now it's very much looking like I will not be getting it at launch, but this is easily a game that I can be swayed. It can go either, actually it could go either way, but really it could go in a positive way as well. And this is a game maybe for like a Black Friday thing, you know, if companies like a Target tends to do like a buy two, get one free. If Sonic is on that list, Sonic is being bought by me. I want this for the diehard fans. You know, I talked about in the beginning of this, you know, this is the new age Sonic to break the trend. First Sonic after the movies have kind of revitalized it, right? They need this. They really do. And I say they, again, because I'm not like a diehard. I am a general fan. But the people that have put up with Sonic and really several mediocre games in the past 20 years or whatever, they deserve a Sonic that, you know, a new age Sonic that just nails it. And I really do hope this game is it. Honestly, if you want my brutally honest opinion, it doesn't look like it to me. I think the weaknesses of the open world and the emptiness, and I don't know if that's going to work. To me, it doesn't look like it's going to be like the game. However, again, people that played it tend to think different from people who watch the trailers and the gameplay. We need to hear from people that played this game for hours and hours and hours, because those people would know what it's like better than, you know, just watching it. And then ultimately, you need to play it for yourself and, you know, decide if you like it or not. So it is exciting. It obviously gets overshadowed by God of War, but it's a big week. It's a big week for Sonic fans, and I wish the absolute best for this game. So let me know what you guys think. Are you getting it? Are you waiting on it? Let me know. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow or support me anywhere else, all my social media is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.